Yo, what up, mofos? What up, what up? Today is Tuesday, August 11th. Happy Tuesday. And, yeah, let's take a look at what's in the world and the biotech's happening now. Let's take a look. Uh-huh. Trump signs order seeking to upend childhood vaccine schedule. I can hardly wait. Uh-huh. All right. So, what is this one about? The executive order, which wasn't accompanied by any new scientific. Now I'm really catching my breath here. Evidence, maybe. Uh, I'm coming down with a terminal disease. I have no idea. Is the live stream almost over yet? No, it's not. Okay. So, how far are we into the live stream? 56 seconds. Congratulations. Cool. Really don't want to do this anymore. Okay. I aim to split the MMR. What does MMR vaccine stand for? Let me take a guess. Uh, Mumps. Is that right? I think that's one of them. R. I have no idea. Anyway, into 3 separate shots and revive the administration's attempt to slim down the immunization schedule. We're not a political show here, so no comment. No comment, Mr. Trump, Mr. President. Ex-legend CEO takes the helm at biotech startup, scouring the globe for drugs. This is probably pretty interesting. Legend Biotech, the maker of Carvicti. Let's take a look. Scribes Benjamin Oaks. Yeah, we did that yesterday. I mean, we looked at it yesterday. We did not. We looked at Scribes IPO the week before. So pass. Chasing Dupixent, a biotech aims to make better antibody drug for eczema. Why do I always call it eczema? Because I'm a fob. Huh. Now I get it. Valeris hauls in 152 million to test an AKT targeting drug. Yeah. Well, today we are pretty busy with the interesting news. We picked out at least 3 out of the 5 here in the top stories column on here, Biopharma Dive. Awesome. You'd rather have more news than less, right? Okay, take a look at Fierce Biotech. Whew, what is this? Is this for tomorrow's solar eclipse? Yeah, to kind of a prelude for the solar eclipse, which is what, an iris of an eye. Aura drops headcount by 20%. Jigging like fishing. You gotta jig it. C-suite amid R&D refocusing. Aura is refocusing under its recently installed CEO, laying off 20% of its employees and overhauling its C-suite as it narrows its focus. Oh, so this picture of an iris is to focus. That's the word, the keyword, focus. I guess they did what is it, Getty image, keyword search, focus. So then that's the image that they got. By they, I mean the AI chatbot. Or I shouldn't say chatbot. That's so like 2023. I mean the large language model. That's what it is. Okay. AI generated. At least they generated the thumbnail, okay? If anything. I mean, if nothing else. That's what I meant. Okay. Zydus' Sentinel pens 457 million deal for Mirios' rare lung disease drug. This is also pretty cool. Let's open that up. By the way, the way that they spell Sentinel is so cool with an NL, like NL.NL, Netherlands, Sentinel. This is a really nicely named drug. If that's a drug. If that's a drug. But if it's not, what a waste of a nicely named word or a new, how do you call these types of words? It sounds the same as the word that we all know, but like it's spelled differently. Kind of like spelling the name Andrew with a U, Andruw, just to make it unique. Pretty awesome. Valderis is 52. Valderis Vaderus. So Darth Vader. So the founders of this biotech is clearly a Star Wars fan, and that is awesome. Vader is. You read this. Vader is right. Vader is good. See, Vaderist. There we go. Um. Uh-huh. Amgen lays groundwork for new R&D center in Hyderabad. Well, what can I say? Let's just whisper this. Some more jobs for Indians and fewer jobs for Americans, given the Amgen is an American company. I can't say this out loud because I'm politically incorrect. Nobody wants to hear this, especially we should let Mr. President find out that Amgen is moving its workforce to, oh my god, a different country. Offshoring 2026. All right, whatever. Amgen definitely isn't the first one doing this, but, well, let's all blame China for all the competition that is going on, all the cheap shit that we're all just scooping up from China at the moment. Well, maybe we should do it. You know what? Like, if we're doing that, we should probably just go all the way with China, right? The cheap labor's over there, or is it not so cheap anymore? Um, I guess India is still relatively cheaper than China, so yeah, maybe let's give the jobs to our Indian colleagues. That's awesome, since they per capita they cost so much less than what we do here in the U.S. Right? And that's what capitalists want. That's capitalism. We're all part of the game. But why don't we? Yeah, let's think from the perspective of we Chinese here. Hey, yo, what? You're going to India? Why aren't you going to China? Because China is a political adversary. Is that why? Is that why you don't use us Chinese for these types of like what R&D center build up? We can do it for you, right? Yeah, we cheap labor. We cheap labor 2015, 2010. So yeah, unfortunately, times has changed and shit's moving out of China. Or we can't be bankrolling China anymore. At least we can't do it so obviously, should I say, right? Well, come on. We Chinese people, we're cheap labors. We offer it to you. We we human livestock. We what's that new term called? We human minds. Human minds. That's a new term. I love whoever came up with that term, man. That is just so awesome. Our pure existence being Chinese is just to be exploited and to be there for your pleasure. That's awesome, man. We are there to be the world's factory. That's how China built its economy, and now China's there, this like behemoth of an animal. But come on, we're still there just for you because we're all just human livestock or human minds, right? So use us, exploit us. Come on, come on. Don't build your R&D center in India. Come on, right? What are we doing here? Amgen, Amgen, come on, do that in China. At least, at least you can yeah, channel your R&D dollars in the in the land of the whatever cheap drug candidates. Um, yeah, I don't know what I'm ranting about, but it just doesn't seem right. I don't know. What is it? Like the whole thing with globalization and where we are today in 2026 just seems so odd. Seems so odd. Like living in the western part of the world. I just say living in the United States, right? As a Chinese person, it definitely comes with some self reflection and meditative moments. Yeah, like what's the meaning of our existence? If China symbolizes cheap labor and essentially a cheap source of everything, then are we by definition per individual also like cheaper and lesser of an individual? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it's yeah, it just sounds really it just feels really depressing. I don't know. Yeah, and these philosophical moments, man. Yeah, I guess this is why I'm doing this live stream. It's an it's a place to vent, which is awesome. Find a place to vent, man. You got to find a place to vent. Otherwise, all these all these thoughts, you just yeah, you just go kaput. Oh man. All right, where we are? Where are we? Epi CRISPR bags 90 million to rewrite treatment for rare muscle disease. Sounds good. Epi CRISPR. Can I take a wild guess that this is a merge of epigenetic, so interdisciplinary venture between epigenetics and CRISPR technology for gene editing? Dare I say? Okay. Um, Abbott, Google Health team up on AI powered health insight app. All right. That sounds good. Yeah, let's take a look at this too. Um, how do you do this? Here we go. Anything else that we need to take a look today? Mm-hmm. Um, App site anticipates ABS 201 interim proof of concept data um, in 2026, second half. Immunon. Oh, that's a cool name. Sounds like Optimus Prime. It's a new Transformers. Uh, Immunon. Uh, and that other company name, Organon. I love that name, man. That definitely it's the name for the next Transformers. Um, da da da. Not a very interesting. Apollo Mics. Apollomics raises 10 million in private placement. Apollomics. I assume this is a publicly traded company, and they're only raising 10 million. Damn. SA analyst upgrades and downgrades. INTC, AMD, yeah, ANET. That sounds like a tech company. GILD. I assume that's Gilead. Gilead Sciences. Intensity. Da da da. Therapeutics target Invincible 4. Why do they need to still be seeking an additional 30 million to finish Invincible 3? They should be invincible already on their cash runway. Autolus. I'm wondering. Yeah, I was wondering why I couldn't pronounce this word because this is not a word. It's not autologous. It's autolus. Autolus outlines 140 million. Ocazil revenue. Ocazil targets 50. Damn, my mind's like all over the place. Can't read for shit today, man. Morgan Stanley maintains overweight rating on Silence Therapeutics. I thought there was an article about that today. Short interest heat map. They're the most heavily bet against stocks. Bicara outlines, Diametica, Insight Molecular, da da da. Bridge Bio outlines 3 launches and first PDUFA. Silence, right here. ADS offering. Yesterday. That was yesterday's news. Yesterday at 4 p.m. No? Bridge Bio. First PDUFA set and reclaim HP readout in next 18 months. What's ADS? Just out of curiosity, let's take a look at that. Has launched underwriting public. Oh, here we go. American depository shares. I think that just means where's ADS based out of? I mean, SLN, Silence Therapeutics. I think that just means a company listed on a foreign stock exchange is listing its share on a US stock exchange for access to the US capital market. Foreign companies that trade on US stock exchange. They allow American investors to buy and sell foreign stocks easily without using overseas markets or converting currencies directly. All right. Thank you for that very educating moment. Let's take a look at the news in detail. Ex-Legend CEO takes helm at Biotech startup scouring globe for drugs. Ying Huang is now running K2 Therapeutics, which has licensed multiple prospects from China-based biotechs, but is searching for more high potential medicines. Yeah, that's more like it, man. A Chinese executive searching for China assets. Of course, that's how the storyline should play out. Oh man. Compared to this Chinese, me being the Chinese that I am, feels such a failure. Oh my god. Such a failure. Holy shit. Oh man, I should fucking die. Like that Eminem song. Not a song, it's a skit on the Eminem album. What is it? Like the one what is it? The Eminem show, right? Hey Paul, I fucking hate you. I hope we fucking die cuz I want to fucking die, that skit. Um yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, maybe that is a decent thought cuz like I want to fucking die. It's just the thought, like seriously. Yeah, looping back to what we were talking about before, I just feel like my self worth is shit right now. There's no like self appreciation from my daily reflection of my own fucking miserable life. God damn, should really just jump off a bridge while I still have that choice. I don't know, man. This is getting really dark, right? All right, let's lighten it up. You've all seen that movie? Have you seen that movie? Like, this is my favorite movie clip of like the last 5 years. This movie, uh, Inside Llewyn Davis, the best line in that movie. By the way, that's a Coen Brothers film. That's the directors behind classics like No Country for Old Men or Fargo. Yeah, anyway, the best line in the movie is when they're talking about when they're in that road trip. This guy in the back seat, this fat dude in the back seat, is like, "So yeah, what happened to him?" And then he was like, "Yeah, he took his own life." And so Lewin Davis, he said, "Yeah, my partner, he took his own life. He jumped off the George Washington Bridge." And the dude in the back seat is like, "Are you kidding me? George Washington Bridge? You don't jump off the George Washington Bridge. You jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, man." That's oh man, I love that line. This is the best part about Coen Brothers. Just dishing out the most insensitive moments like, and the most inappropriate um just focusing on the wrong details and makes it so, I don't know, preposterously funny. This is yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. Yeah, maybe I should give that a try. Well, both of those two bridges are within my reach. So, oh man, life is miserable now, man. I don't know. Don't you feel the same way, guys? Oh, Why is this live stream so fucking dark? Because the world is dark, man. Just the freaking, like, getting darker and darker. Anyways, ah, capitalism. Capitalism brings out the best and the worst of people. And it can really get dark because exploitation, right? Between capitalism and exploitation, there's just no fine lines. We all work just like human cogs in a giant machine of our society. And what is there to look forward to for a better tomorrow? If there is a tomorrow for us. Ah, goddamn it, let's snap out of it. And don't mind me, I am just ranting. I'm not going to jump off a bridge, nor am saying that you should, but I am just reflecting on the basic facts of life and the society of capitalism that we work in, that we all live in. Da-di-da, CEO who helped guide the development of the top selling cell therapy for multiple myeloma. We're talking about, of course, Legend Biotech. It's a legend. Man, like, I'd love to be the CEO of this company because by default, Ying Huang is the legend biotech CEO. He is the legend. By being the CEO of this company, he is already the legend. What about, like, let's say a director or associate director? I am a legend biotech associate director. I am a legend associate director. I am a legend just by being a part of that company. That's a nicely, man, hats off, applause, applause for whoever named that biotech. It's awesome. It's legend. It's legendary. All right. Now they got to pay me for the free advertisement that I'm giving them right here. Uh, Given that they just cut loose their recent CEO or their previous CEO and brought in some new guy, maybe. Let's see. K2, which formed by biotechnology investor MPM. BioImpact in 2024 has already been active in pursuing potential targets. The company, da da, a few of which came via deals this year with China-based companies at Chorus and Antengen. Anten. Is that a Chinese word? Antengen. I don't think so. That's a weird word. Isn't it anta like Lady Antebellum? But what's anten? N is 1, 10 is 10, Antengen. Awesome. Those packs handed the rights for ADC in early stage testing for cancer, a double barrel T cell engager. That sounds pretty cool. It's like gunslinger, double barreled T cell engager. That sounds so powerful, sounds so masculine. Doesn't it make you horny, guys? A double barreled T cell engager. God damn. Huang will now take over that portfolio. Huang, you can use that for the NVIDIA CEO, Mr. Jensen, as well. He previously ran Legend for 7 years, during which time the company developed the cell therapy Carvicti and brought it to market through a collaboration with Johnson & Johnson. A statement K2 called the accomplishment one of the first commercially successful China-U.S. drug launches. I'm sure there's going to be a million more to come. Don't worry. Carvicti was the first. Generated close to $2 billion in sales. Though crowding competition has dimmed its future prospects and depressed Legend's share price. Of course, that's not Mr. CEO's fault. He only gets paid, $5 to $10 million a year, or yeah, if he only gets paid 5 to 10 million for taking all the responsibility on his shoulders. Damn. Come on, I can do that job. K2's chairman managing. No. Transform a China originated innovation. So yeah. So he's really like, yeah, just stroking this guy for the legend that he is. Awesome. The blueprint has become increasingly popular Biotechnology inventors have looked at China. Investors, not inventors. China is the inventor because they invent the drugs, or they do like Me Too version, not Me Too. What is it? Me similar? What is it? Me better? Yeah, me better version of the drug. And we just buy it here. We buy them and develop them. At K2, Huang will lead a hub and spoke organization. Da da da. So who are the investors? Venture, venture, investor, invest. MPM, Bio Impact. I guess these guys are pretty established investor in the biotech arena. No? Anyway, heart medicine to the masses. Is that Mr. John Maragnore? Is that right? Sorry, I got distracted. Let's take a look at what is this article about. Is that John? Yeah, that's John Maragnore, and former medicines company Clive Meanwell. Startup Coursera. This word right here doesn't sound so light in its nature, but that's all right. It's all right because it's we're lacking a P there. I was thinking of corpse. Sorry, had a thought moment there. My bad. Not Corpsera, but Coursera. Bring preventative heart medicine to the masses. Awesome. Yeah, reading about all these accomplished um, biotech executives who's made a windfall from the acquisition of their companies. It just gives us all the anxiety in the world because how did these guys make it? And we have to work like freaking human minds. Human minds. That's why we exist. Just to be minds and to be exploited. Oh, motherfuckers. We fucking suck. Our lives suck. Anyway, cool. We covered. Today we ranted too much. We didn't really cover all these stories. Let's take a look at this one. Infinimmune, a California startup, is developing a treatment it claims might last longer and be more effective than existing dermatitis medication. Dupixent, a drug cleared for eczema and many other autoimmune conditions, or one of the world's best-selling medicines. The race to one up Dupixent. Oh, 30, holy shit. A whopping $37.3 billion of market for whatever. One of those is Alameda, California based. Alameda. Alameda County, Northern California. Awesome. Um, which on Tuesday announced that it raised 75 million Series A venture. Cool. I think this is a company we got to take a look at to see how they came up with their Dupixent. There are two prospects: IFX 101, monoclonal, of the company. Also biologics. Control C. Let's take a look. Yeah. How did Infinimmune Infinimmune discover its two top drug prospects in the startup history? Let's see. That's probably very limited information given how early this news is, or how early the rounds, the finance, what is it called? The financing is. Let's finish this article and then come back to Gemini. Isn't alone. Meanwhile, we have won up a number of competitors to real to stand out. Apogee, Nectar have been developing long-lasting eczema treatments. Chimera Therapeutics is working on a pill. Atovia, which priced its initial offering, has a bispecific antibody. But the crowd lens isn't daunting. McDonald? Oh, McDonald had a farm. E-A-E-A-O. Uh-huh. Uh, uh, Regeneron's venture arm is part of the group's backing. Who else? RA Capital, right here. RA Capital Management is part of the syndicate, and Merck Global Health Innovation Fund. Cool. Got that? All right. I think we should cover this story tomorrow. How's that? How's that? We cover that tomorrow because today we already looked at the uh, Infinity Immune story. Zydus. Let's see. Phase 3. Ready rare genetic lung disease drug. Sentinel. It's not the name of a drug. It's the therapeutic company. For option to market Muriel Biopharma's Phase 3 ready rare disease genetic respiratory disease drug in the U.S. Your internal disclosed subsidiary of Zydus has secured an option to commercialize. Okay. Take up the U.S. license. The company will pay out $40 million upfront in R&D payments, potentially up to $435 million regulatory and commercial milestone payments to follow. In biobucks, in another word. London-based Muriel founded focus on developing therapeutics for rare disease. One of their key interests is AATTLD. AATDLD, a rare genetic respiratory disease that often starts in early adulthood and lead to reversible. They're caused by deficiency in alpha-1 antitrypsin protein, which is in charge of protecting the lung. AstraZeneca, Muriel required. They're not even like the original discoverer of the drug. Alvelstat from Medesha is going to $5 million up front back. So AZ made the drug, and they had licensed it by inhibiting neutrophil elastase. Neutrophil elastase. The drug is designed to block an enzyme produced by the white blood cell involved in the inflammation destruction of the lung seen in AATD-LD. What is AATD-LD again? Alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency associated lung disease. Holy shit. All right. Cool. We're not really interested in how the R&D army of AstraZeneca works, so we'll close this story. And damn it, I didn't click on the ad. Fuck you, Cardinal Health. God damn it. Okay, we shouldn't really be hating on the advertisers here because they are the lifeblood of journalism and publishing, online journalism. Rare muscle disease, Series C, EpiCRISPR, da-di-da. Phase 1-2 of the facial scapulohumeral muscular dystrophy. It's so hard to. Interim readout, phase 1-2 trial last year. Show increase in lean muscle mass in 3 patients. Interim provided preliminary clinical support. Clinical support. Clinical support. So their Series C is only 90 million. That's not a whole lot, man. Boosted by the readout. Fierce 15 honoree from 2023 has reeled in 90 million in Series C round, led by Octagon and Janus, not Anus, but Janus Henderson investors. Multiple other investors, including Sanofi's VC arm, contributed to the financing round. Series C, EpiCRISPR. I think it's pretty obvious what they do. Avidity. But wait, hold on. Is this an actual CRISPR drug, though? positioning about an advanced pipeline of epigenetic medicines. Began phase EP21, EP321 had gained between. Let's see. First drug to boost gene silencer. What is the drug? Gene silencing to boost muscle cells. Let's take a look at how does that drug work. EP321. EP321 mechanism of action. There. It's one-time epigenetic gene therapy that permanently suppresses gene-causing DUX4 gene activity by adding methyl groups back to the D4Z4 region on chromosome 4 without altering underlying. So they're a vector. It's what kind of viral delivery? Engineered virus delivery vehicle, catalytically inactive Cas protein, nuclease dead, modified CRISPR Cas protein that binds the target DNA sequence without cutting, guide RNA directs the Cas to precisely to the D4Z4 gene suppressive modulators, molecular attachment that adds methyl groups. Interesting. Delivery. So they deliver the Cas protein, CRISPR Cas with the guide RNA to the target D4Z4 and induce methylation to turn off gene expression. Interesting. All right. That sounds pretty cool to me. We'll cover this tomorrow about Vader is. And let's just finish up with this part about Infinimmune IFX 101 and IFX 201. Inflammatory condition. The antibody platform proprietary allows researchers to screen millions of single memory B cells across hundreds of disease targets by doing so Infinimmune. That's why it's Infinimmune, because they can screen through hundreds of thousands, millions, not hundreds, thousands, millions of B cells across hundreds of disease targets. A fully human can identify natively paired, fully human antibodies that nature has already tested and validated for safety. Single memory B cells across hundreds. Like anthropology, anthrobody platform, not antibody. High throughput sequencing. The team rapidly sequencing large volumes of immune cell samples, allowing them to capture superior antibody diversity with high accuracy. Glimpse antibody language model, physical screening with advanced computational machine learning through the combination of high throughput single cell immunology and AI driven computational modeling. It's almost fairy tale right here, a science fiction. AI in drug discovery, what is it called? Case in point right here, right? Holy shit. It's really happening now, guys. Pay attention. AI driven drug discovery. Is this real though? I don't know. Well, we will see. How do these antibodies do? All right. I think we've already talked too much today. Holy shit, 39 minutes. Let's close this live stream. And before I end, I just want to use the um, bring back, what is it called? Recall, yeah. The music, my favorite song from that, my favorite movie in the last 5 years, Inside Llewyn Davis. Go check it out, guys. And it goes like this. And it was sang by, yes, Justin Timberlake. Love that dude, man. Cry me a river. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. Lord, I'm on 100 miles. I don't know the words. On my not a penny in my hands. 100 miles, 100 miles. Adios.